Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Good afternoon, everybody. It looks like we are live. We just made it. Yeah, CPU's looking good. We're in the green. And it looks like we are on fire. Joshua Arrow in the face already. No, in the face. Oh, no, it's face. In the chat box already. It's Social Saturday, peeps. Let's get to it. Get your noses in the chat box. Let's do this. Yeah, I mean, we'll just jump straight into it this time. The reason we broadcast on Twitch is because, as we saw yesterday, YouTube took down CoinDesk. And they've already taken down 2 of my channels, which is why we now broadcast live on Twitch, upload the trailer onto YouTube, and then put the full episode up onto Streamanity, where you can set your own fee according to how you judge the quality of your content. Hey, JP from Canada in the house as well. A nice one. Yeah, so let's have a quick look at this CoinDesk article. I know I went through it yesterday, but just to remind ourselves, here we go. CoinDesk. See what's going on. Industry leaders. So thanks very much for Norm, who sent this through to me. Let's see if we can find this one. Future of Bitcoin 12 scenario. Oh, look, all this bullshit about Cardano going on. Honestly, it just absolutely it cracks me up. Here we go. Check it out. YouTube suspends a CoinDesk channel. Updated. All right then. Let's see what's going on then. Content that encourages illegal activities or incites users to violate YouTube's guidelines is not allowed, the platform said, without elaborating. Yeah, there's a lot of this not elaborating going on at the moment, isn't there? Update. So this was literally today. YouTube has reinstated CoinDesk's account. Boo. We are pleased to let you know that we've recently reviewed your YouTube account, and after taking another look, we can confirm that it is not in violation of our terms of service, the platform said in an email. What the F? Like, seriously, so they can just take it down and say, oh, sorry, we made a mistake. I mean, what if that's somebody's livelihood? What if that was a bank that just simply shut down? This is the problem with centralized entities, that can literally just turn you on and off whenever, wipe all of your family photos and wedding videos. You'll never get back, just gone like that. What about all the followers? What about videos? Did they take any of those down? I couldn't get any of mine back. Captain Bitcoin couldn't get any of his back as well when they took his channel down. I think it's outrageous. A spokesperson told CoinDesk's reporter, when it's brought to our attention that the content has been removed mistakenly, we act quickly to reinstate it. Well, who the hell took it down mistakenly? While it was live. What the hell? We also allowed uploaders to easily appeal removals. Video streaming platform YouTube knocked CoinDesk channels offline Thursday, allegedly for breaching its policies. Yeah, we went through that yesterday. But again, this is the issue with centralized power. This is why we need the Bitcoin network, because it is for the first time a network we can all use where no single central powerful entity has the ability to just simply turn it off on a whim because they feel like it, because you don't agree with their political points of view. It's outrageous. But let's get into what I think is the real juicy bit. I have not had my heart, the real taste of adrenaline in my mouth for, I don't know, years now, until seeing this. This is huge. So if we look at the volume of transactions coming through here, so there's 7 transactions a second at the moment. But if we look at the output, some of these transactions are literally lower than 4 zeros. So literally 0.0000 BSV output. We are literally talking thousands of a penny transactions. Loads of them going through. So this is the sort of transaction that you want for the likes of voting. Because it's a micro payment. It is minuscule. They are so tiny. And when we look on charts here, look at that. Look at that. So that started on the 14th of February, and it is now the 27th. So that's 13 days effectively, just under coming up to a fortnight. And it's now done over 8 million transactions. So we'll take away 100,000. So we say it's done 7,900,000. But let's just do it. It's easy. We can just do 14 divided by 8 million. Here we go. Check it out. So we got 8 million transactions divided by 14 days. So that's 571,000 transactions per day. So we'll round out to make it easier. 600,000 transactions a day is what this one app is doing it. And you can see they're not naming on purpose. It's literally it's like a D drive. So I called it D Stealth Drive. Is what I've affectionately nicknamed it. And this is on the main net. So it's on the main net, but it's not showing on any other graph. This is the scaling test network, and you can see these are the figures here for total transactions per day, and this is the main net. So it's saying here total transactions per day. So this would be average per day, 264,000 transactions. Well, D Stealth Drive, is doing 571,000 transactions alone in a day. So it's not registering. It's not here. So, and that's even on the scaling test network. So it's not registered there. It's certainly not registered on BitInfo charts. Look at this. So if you hover over BSV here, it says 270,787. So that it's in 20 transactions last 24 hours. So again, nowhere to be seen on there. Let's look at Ethereum. So according to Ethereum, Ethereum's doing a 1.2 million transactions in 24 hours. XRP is also doing like 1.2 million transactions in 24 hours. But this is just one app that's doing it. So if that was, if you include the other apps, mental arithmetic isn't there on this, but we would be absolutely smashing, like literally absolutely smashing those shitcoins out of the water on this chart. Like literally, it would be huge. Literally, sort of maybe over Ethereum. I'm guessing with all the other apps that are on it, but it's not being shown. So can't see it on Scaling Test Network. Can't see it on BitInfo charts. Also, can't see it on CoinDance. Look, transactions. It's got a 29.5. So it's saying that these other shitcoins have got more transactions than Bitcoin, which is an absolute load of bollocks. And this is on the main chain. This is not the Scaling Test Network. This is on the main chain. And so they're hiding it because they purposely don't want to lie about it. So it's huge, whatever it is. This is undeniable value. Literally, this is something that they cannot. Well, they might spin some bullshit narrative going, it's a weather app, don't worry about it. The fact is, it's got the capability to do it, and they're not denying it. The other chains are just simply not capable of doing this. They can't do this. This is value. So I for one am glad that they're not showing this on the shitcoin charts, because this is the kind of technology that would get institutions and corporations suddenly really looking at it. This could literally change in a heartbeat if this was to be shown to be actually on the main chain with comparisons to these shitcoins. So literally, I can taste the adrenaline in my mouth when I'm looking at it. This is real value, undeniable value. This isn't potential value anymore. This is value being realized. And this is literally just the tip of the iceberg. It's it's massive. So again, I really can't be asked with those shit coins. So we're just gonna look at more details here on CoinDance. So it's currently 47,000 times cheaper or more expensive to transact on. 47,000 cheaper, 47,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than shitcoin. So let's have a look, see what's going on. This is mining lasts 7 days, and this is 24 hour. So I wonder who is it that's mining these huge volume of transactions coming on chain. So it looks like it could be like maybe other mining pools. Because again, nobody knows who other mining pools are. They just know that the hash rate's there, but they don't know where it's coming from. I suspect that it's Satoshi himself has got something to do with that, with it being other mining pools. And I also suspect that it is Satoshi himself that has got something to do with these transactions not being seen. So yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is, speaking off the top of my head, maybe it's other mining pools mining those transactions. And which is why we're not seeing it. Which would explain the increase in the hash rate of other mining pools on the network. But look at how Mempool Norpool have increased their hash rate. That's good because they're a quality miner. Tal's gone down. Tal's gone down a little bit. BTC.com, don't really want those on there. F2 Pool's on there. But actually, let's have a quick look at the Tal. Do we notice anything different in these graphs? No, not really. Yada, yada, yada. Here we go. So this is CoreCoin. Yeah, the Tal. Tal is not on there. Yeah, not on there. Nowhere to be seen. But But let's have a look at the size of these blocks that Norpool, Mempool, and maybe other mining pools are mining. Here we go. See who's mining what. A bit of a mixture there. So again, Tau with the big blocks. We've got 6.2. Norpool, Mempool with a 5.1. Let's see who else. Any big blocks? 12.7. Yep, that's Tau. 89. An 89 megabyte block. That's another huge one. When you consider the record is 369. But I mean, compared to these average blocks that are being mined, suddenly 89 from out of nowhere. That's huge. Another 11 megabyte block, 18 megabyte block by Tau. Yeah, so Tau are chomping away at all these big blocks. So let's just see if we can spot any mined by Mempool, Norpool. Small block. Just gonna have to look for the big. Oh, so 5.1. Just looking at a longer name. Here we go. That's a small one. That's a small one. 2.7. Small one. Small one. Again, I mean these small blocks. Again, I mean they still carry the block reward, but I mean in terms of the data transaction volume, it's pathetic really. Again, but I mean Hathor is on there. There's been steal or preventing the shitcoin enterprises from mining these really easy blocks, and then just simply because they won't require too much hash power because the data is so low. Don't really need to process too many transactions, so it's easy for them. But because they're still accumulating Bitcoin, it means they're able to dump it. Whereas now they've been forced off the chain, which is pretty great. 2.8 Tau. Yeah, I mean Tau are absolutely storming ahead. Shelly Mack in the house as well. Diddy Weldon, thanks for popping in. Reformed Too Many Coiner, nice one. CSW says study Saturn. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not going to. Yeah, if I've got nothing better to do, I might start looking at planets. But planets aligning and all that. But like seriously, not really my thing. But it might be interesting. I mean, obviously Greek mythology and all that. Understood what Hathor was all about. So I mean that was quite interesting. But in terms of like the meaning of the planets, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I can't really criticize it because I don't know it. I don't really follow it. Maybe there might be something in it. Who knows? But I doubt it. So on that note, there's just been we've all seen like Cardano shooting up the charts recently. Worth a comment on this one. God, that doesn't exist. Huh? No way. Have they deleted it? This tweet's unavailable. World Economic Forum. They've taken it down. I wonder if that's in response to my response to it. That's right, lockdowns improve cities. Lockdowns are better for everyone. Lockdowns should become the new norm. Lockdowns should be mandatory. Lockdowns should be imposed by moral people in society. Chains should be used on those who disobey. Jail time should be enforced. Honestly, the World Economic Forum, like when you realise what their actually agenda is, you're just like, just another one. Another communist regime. It's absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Everyone's going, the World Economic Forum, they must know a whole load of shit that we don't, and they're really powerful. And then it's just like, right, so they're just basically trying to push communism. Like, absolutely outrageous. So I just want to just touch on, like, I know these traders and graph readers have got the best intentions at heart, but like, honestly, it's just absolutely insane when you see the shit they come out with. See if this loads. Yeah. Like, seriously, I want to encourage people to think what they're doing. So this guy's here has said, he goes, what if I told you BSV is being suppressed Actual price of BSV is, well, what does that mean? You know, it's price is supply and demand. At current BTC price of BTC 47,515 and 2,097 at B, whatever. I can help get it there. Whatever, what? By looking at graphs and bending spoons. We need bigger players to do some GameStop style trading day. It really pisses me off because this devalues it. Like pumping and dumping and all this shit on the investment is absolute bullshit. What are you going to do? Push the price up just so that dirty traders like himself can push it back down again, cash out on a payday, you know, and then all over again. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, use your brain. You know, and he posts about like other charts and shit, going, oh, you know, well, this is what I see, and you know, other chartists have been doing the same as well, and it's just like, well, why don't we look at all these other charts that these chartists are doing technical analysis on Cardano, XRP, BTC, Ethereum, all these shit coins. Oh, well, the graph moved a little bit, so therefore I think the price might go up or down. Oh, and it's moved a little bit more, so therefore I think the price might go up or down. Oh, it's moved again, which means I think the price might go up or down. Honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous. Does it tell you about Lightning Network? No. Do the graphs tell you about SegWit? No. Do the graphs tell you about the impact of replaced by fee? No. Do the graphs tell you anything about child pays for parent bollocks? No. They are absolutely ridiculous. Graphs purely tell you what has happened in history. Trying to predict the future from what has happened in the past is literally like reading tea leaves. It is absolutely insane. You know, especially if the graphs represent people with shit for brains. Shit corners with shit for brains. You're trying to predict irrational people here. You know, if you've got a rational market, you know, and the figures align with the rational market, then maybe there may be some credibility in it. But at the moment, you're trying to predict what stupid people are going to do. And it is stupid trying to predict what stupid people are trying to do, because you would have to come up with stupid predictions in order to get it right. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. Oh, well, I predicted what stupid people are going to do. Oh, well done, mate. Oh dear, honestly, just give it a rest. Like, seriously, give it a rest. You know, and honestly, what are you producing is the question. After you've looked at the graph and spun your tea leaves and played spin the bottle with yourself and whatever, you know, what have you actually produced at the end of the day? Like, what are you doing? Like, nothing is what you've produced, apart from like tea leaves, you know, looking slightly different, you know, in a different shape. It's absolutely insane. Like, you know, it's got no fundamental value whatsoever, you know. But this quote here was really funny from Bitcoin SV Train. He said here, BTC claims to be the one true Bitcoin. Shit. BSV claims to be the one true Bitcoin. Winner. BCH claims to be the one true Bitcoin. Clowns. Maybe someone should settle this in a court of law. Yeah, maybe. Or would they prefer to just argue about it on Twitter forever? Well, again, shit corners with shit for brains, like I said, will just simply argue about this on Twitter forever. Like, because they're literally that stupid. I literally, like, sometimes, like, hang my head, you know, in despair. But I just have to ignore them and go, I might even start blocking chartists, you know, because it's just absolute bollocks. Let's have a quick look at the Twitch figures. See, these figures here, if you're looking at these, let's say if you were charting Twitch followers, you'd be like, oh, right, well, you can see the spread. You can see the network effect of it. Whereas when you're looking at prices don't tell you jack shit. So here we go, following. Looking at Acorn Stack. See, this is value. Oh, new users are 191. But day before that, 596. And before that was 178. So again, a 178 was higher than the previous high of 117. But this is a new, a new platform starting out. So these figures that actually genuinely show you the growth rate. So it's really important. It's important to be looking at it. Whereas, like, I mean, maybe like the overall market cap might tell you the volume of money coming in, but prices on a single chart going up and down in a day is absolute bollocks. Absolute bollocks. There was that 1788, 277, 254, 426, 621. There we go. Look at that. 1117. So that, yeah, I mean, and then if we go sort of below that, Twitch was just sort of in double figures. I mean, they're doing really well. See, look, new users 85, and then it was like 65 and 40. So, you know, massive uptick in the number of people using Twitch. And when we look at the potential that it's got for celebrities to actually make money interacting with their fans, the incentives are absolutely huge for platforms like this. Because literally, you know, celebrities, as Dire Straits was saying, they want money for nothing. And Twitch basically is what gives you that. You can literally monetize your celebrity. But, you know, not having to, you know, sell out to big brands or whatever. You are who you are, and you've got your fans wanting to talk to you. You chat back. You know, you start and create a thread. And you get, you know, well, I suppose you want to call it, yeah, you get a cut of the thread, don't you? And then by using your invitation as well to join Twitch, as it says here, invite a friend. I know we've been through this before, but in the future this could be huge. So invite a friend using your invite link to earn 10% of Twitch revenues when they spend. So you're getting 10% of everything they spend. It's huge. If you could get that many followers, it's well worth joining up on that. So, it looks like we got Jim Soccer, nice one, joined up onto I wonder if these are all the stats that I've got in commission. Maybe. I mean, look, it's a micropayment platform. Look at that. Like it's fascinating. You know, it could be. Well, yeah. Chances are it's going to be huge. So we're seeing the uptake in the volume is an indication of like the mass volume that's probably heading its way. I would have thought. So yeah. Let's have a quick look over at CoinGeek. Oh, we've got a few more in the house. Great stuff. Richard Leach is in there. Nice one. Shelley Mack, thanks for popping in as well. So have you seen Kurt's great interview? Pretty much puts the nails in the shitcoin coffin, if you ask me. Oh, no, I haven't. I'll have to have a look at that one. So let's see this. Suing developers of Mt. Gox connection. CoinGeek livestream. Yeah, so it's good that he's doing these live streams. Good to see more content being created and popping up. Let's have a look at news, business news. What is this? India's Reserve Bank consent. China's Hong Kong. India Reserve Bank. Yada yada yada. Theory of Bitcoin. Lots of useful things you can build on Bitcoin. Oh. Is that's not RyanX, is it? Who's 24th of February? Oh, it is RyanX. So, Theory of Bitcoin. This week's Theory of Bitcoin episode changes the format slightly. Host RyanX, Charles of Fabric Smart Wallet, Money Button, and Bitcoin creator Dr. Craig is right are joined by Scrypt founder Xiao Hiu Lao for some Q&A, along with the usual discussion. Given the company, the main theme of the show is contracts, tokens, end-lock timing, and games. Yeah, I mean, we're still. There is so much to learn at the moment. So again, I want to thank Nom, one of my great resource people, for sending me stuff. And there was a quote that I want to find here from CSW himself about network layers. Might be in this. No, that's one about never giving up. Not that one. Oh, it might be in BSV Russia doing a sterling job over at here we go. Over at BSV International. Let's have a read of that. Who want that? Let's have a read of this one. Yeah, that's still just about proving what chains should do. More shit from Cobra Bitcoin. Absolutely nuts. This is quite funny. Look at this. They said Bitcoin heads for worst weekly drop since March amid sell-off. And then they've got a picture of Elon Musk smoking a doobie, implying that he's feeling a little bit stressed. Let's have a quick check on Twitch for CSW's posts. He is under 123, or at 123. Here we go. I wonder if he chose 123 because that's a common PIN number for most people on their devices. Oh, check this out. What was that about? Stop looking for the killer app. Here we go. Gold certificates, foreign currency, bonds can all be used today. So are people hooked on this myth of replacing fiat? What if that was a viable alternative? It would already happen. Efficiency is valuable. Stop looking for the killer app. It's right in front of you. In seeking the replacement for central banks, you just make Bitcoin overlooked. Bitcoin is an immutable ledger with forensic evidential quality. Eventually, every one of these bucket shops will be brought to task. Right now, 99% of chain analysis is a scam. Chain analysis is a scam. You cannot simply go and say that an address you saw on Reddit belongs to something because you saw it on Reddit. That's true. What people in BTC world do not understand or try hide is identity will become part of Bitcoin and the overall solution. When this happens, there will be a rush to get out because there is a lot of money that is not paid tax and that has not been legally transferred. Also, again, even though he's saying, I've got no interest in tanking BTC, I'm glad he's not actually doing it personally because it's going to happen. Literally, so even he's saying is there'll be a rush to get out because there's a lot of money that has not been paid in taxes. So if people want to pay tax and they want to cash out their BTC in order to pay that tax, then the value or the price in the BTC has to be there. Whereas if BTC starts tanking and suddenly they owe tax money, and they don't have the value of the tax money that they owe in BTC, and BTC is plummeted, they are literally up shit creek without a paddle. Big style. Let's see what this one was. Worth a read. All good work here from CSW. Let me summarize what I see many people are saying is occurring. A group of people have come to believe that Bitcoin is X. These same people are now finding out that Bitcoin is not X, but it's Y. The people who are upset because they have listened to individuals who promised them X. But these same individuals have failed to put the effort into reading the white paper that defines Bitcoin not as an anonymous system, not as a system of ownership by possession, but rather a digital cash system and not a cryptocurrency that maintains public records and is based on a chain of ownership. Some people are upset with government and other regulations, in part because of their own lives, and they need someone to blame, and government's a big target that is easy, and in part because of the problems we have. A government are derived directly from changes in education and the lack of interest people have in voting and changing the system. Not by attacking it, but by being part of it. A lot of this has been compounded by social media, people thinking that they are doing something important by clicking like. You are not changing society on social media. You are not part of anything. You sit complaining on Twitter. You're taking away from time you could be educating yourself, time that you could be building a company, and time that you could be creating and learning. The arguments that you create on Twitter are designed to be emotionally charged, which is the opposite of a process designed to follow through and find truth. You cannot be emotionally charged and answer a question rationally through a Twitter process. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was funny. I mean, like if anybody back in the day was around when CSW was on Twitter, honestly, it was hilarious, like an absolute shitstorm. I was thinking to myself, earlier today that I think the reason he was actually on Twitter is because he was literally, like tracking all these people that had wronged him, and he was all in his own mind. He was like, right, I'm going to get them back, I'm going to get them back, and I'm going to get them back, and I'm going to get them back, and I'm going to make sure they get justice, and I'm going to get justice for everybody who's crossed me. Like, he was on it, like literally. Like, if ever you want to see like CSW in full flight and kind of like the amount of output that he could produce, like when he was on Twitter, like he was on fire. But it had no value. It was all just rambling, stuff. It was just dealing with trolls, because I think maybe he was learning about trolling himself at the time, because I mean it was absolutely insane, Whereas now we've kind of like, well, we see what it's like, but with shitcoiners in particular, you're absolutely nuts. And for a rational individual, a crazy person is really hard to deal with, because you can't rationalize with them, which is unbelievably frustrating. Like I said, it's kind of quite lonely, and it's just like, wow, it's lonely at the top when you've got all these like really stupid people underneath you. But this is what it's like in in Bitcoin, being in BSV. But actually, well, I mean, this is one of the reasons I enjoy being here, because I've made a conscious effort to purposely block out all the masses. Like, I've focused purely on attracting quality. And I have quality people in my feed, I have quality conversations with people sending me quality information. Because I've chosen to filter out all the bullshit, which is why I have such an amazing time on Twitter and social media. So I don't mind that I haven't got lots of followers. I mean, or ideally, I would like, people to be listening and interested in what I'm saying and learning from it, but some people just are not that inclined. But it's just like, okay, well, you might be not that inclined, but all of us here, in BSV, like I've said before, we're going to be the financial elite. How wealthy are you going to be when Bitcoin reaches 40 million each, which it will do like literally almost like overnight? It will be good to be hanging around with your peers, because literally, this is literally going to be like the 1% of society is going to be such a small collective group of people, but the one thing that group of people is going to have in common is the fact that they're all going to be BSVers, all of them. So in other words, it's good to get to know people in BSV now, before egos take over and before the shitcoiners come in and stuff like that. I mean, I'm doing my best to block all the shitcoiners, because I don't really want them in my life, not at all. But they're going to come. The masses will come, and when they do, literally, it's going to hit like a freight train. So let's just have a quick look at these coin crap chart today. Just because I've been hearing these shitcoin influencers talking about Cardano. I mean, what an absolute joke! What an absolute joke! I mean, it's got to $1.42. That might be higher than I think its high was previously 10 cents. And the reason I remember Cardano is because I remember getting up one morning and looking at it. Well, again, I mean, I was analysing it just like you would stocks and shares, because I didn't really know what I was doing at the time. But it was literally a penny. And I had all of my funds in on Bittrex, which is where they first released Cardano. And I realised it was undervalued and didn't do anything about it. But I remember thinking, I'll look into that. And then by the time I got down into my office and I looked at it like probably about 2 hours later, it had 10x. And I was just like, that would have been my first million. I don't believe it. But whoa, it's close. It's close. Look at this. Has it been it? So that's $1.20. It's now $1.42. According to CoinCrap, but that's why we call it CoinCrap, because it's CoinCrap. Some of the prices are all right. So it's basically indicating that it's up there now. 1 day, is it? Right? Yeah. So new all-time highs for Cardano, but it's an absolute piece of dog shit. This is what these people don't understand. They're like, I mean, did anything happen with Shelley? Did anything happen with Gauguin? Like, all absolute bollocks. Is if it's not one stupid name, it's another stupid name. Oh, well, this is going to do that, and that's going to do this, and this is going to bring in smart contracts, and, well, this next upgrade is going to revolutionize the blockchain. It's absolute bollocks. They do nothing. Have you ever seen Charles Hoskinson with anybody? He has got no friends because he has screwed everybody over. Literally, he's an utter shitcoiner. You know, it's all absolute bollocks. Speculative crap. Yeah, I mean, half of this could be like, you know, the exchanges deciding, oh, which coin can we pump now? You know, we'll pay a figurehead to say a few words about it. Then we'll get the prize moving. And then everyone else will go, oh, yeah, Cardano. Oh, yeah. And now they're all pushing it. Yeah, absolute bollocks. Like 17% today after like a sea of red. None of these pieces of shit do anything. It's hilarious, you know. I'm just hoping that Bitcoin doesn't move too quickly because, like I said, this is real. No other network is capable of doing this. It's massive. So, anyway, been going for 40 minutes. That'll do. Nice, quick sort of like a roundup of a show today. Any questions and stuff? Please put Paymails and Handcash handles in the chat box, etc., etc. Just opening up my Handcash there. Here we go. Proving in court the Satoshi indeed, yeah, all that kind of stuff. All adds credibility, which goes towards adding value. Right, so we'll start with Shelly Mac. Here we go. Excellent. Got it. Swiping to send on the way to Shelly. Here we go. There we go. CSW is part of something bigger. He had to lay low. If you believe Craig wrote the official Bitcoin coloring book, it is full of a global central bank takedown comms. Timing had to be right. There is also they are also letting the bad guys commit more massive crimes. They are tracking. Call me a dreamer, but I think it's part of the plan. Yeah, I think it very well could be. I'd agree with that. If you've got any questions and stuff, people, please put them in there while I'm going through these handles. And please put your Handcash handles in there so I can see them. Here we go. Next, this is on to Richie Rich. Got it. There we go. And J Paps, I can see you are next. Here we go. J Paps. Swiping to send on the way. Loving how I can just put 2 letters in the address bar and it comes up on Handcash now. Reformed Too Many Coiner. Oh, and have to remind me of what it was yesterday. Put me on the spot. Actually, if I go through my... oh no, can't. Yeah, no, can't see what it was yesterday. Is it Dimitri? No. Reform Too Many Coiner. Connor. Oh no, that was Use It or Lose It. Reform Too Many Coiner. Put yours in there. Can't remember what it was. Can't remember what it is. Oh, and face. Here we go. F-A-C. Yeah. Blast from the past. I was come up as Monkey Face. Remind me what your one was again, Joshua. Is it Oh No, It's Face? Oh no. Oh, Handcash, seriously? This is bollocks. Oh no, it's Face. It's... Has it registered? Oh no, it's Face now. That's not there. It's not registering. Remind me what yours is again, Josh. I should have it. Questions here. Some BSV investors are asking: is it a good look to be talking about stolen coins? Won't that weaken the case for the secure blockchain? No, because it's hacked coins. TD Virgin there. So hacked coins aren't. They're not hacked from the blockchain. They're hacked from people's wallets. So it's an issue with wallet security. TD Verge. There we go. Swiping to send on the way. But it's more recovering large amounts. So, will, I guess, or just huge volumes of money from international, global trade and international commerce. If you've got, if you're trading with somebody in China and they like do a runner with your money, you if it's a huge amount, you can claim it back. So it's huge, the implications of what that actually means. Let's try Josh one more time. Is it Josh? Is it just Josh maybe? Swiping to send. On the way to Josh. Huh. There we go. So Richard says, how did Craig get hacked though? Well, you've got to remember the amount that got hacked is probably less than 2% of his overall wealth, but it had to be a substantial amount in order to go to court. So personally, if you ask me, I think because he's a cybersecurity expert, I think his coins were in a secure, vulnerable place. So in other words, I think they took the bait. Really. But again, just purely speculating, but they wouldn't have been able to get them if they hadn't actually done something illegal and hacked into them. So I think, like I said, he just kind of, knew that they would have to break the law to get them, but knew that they would be able to. That's what I think. So 111,000. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's if it's just 111,000. I mean, that's pittance. Less than 1%. Less than 1% of his overall wealth. It's tiny. So yeah, he's not going to mind losing something like that. Other people might be like, oh my god, like $4 billion. He's just like, I don't think people understand. He is the richest person in the world. Richer than Elon Musk, richer than Jeff Bezos, richer than Bill Gates. Like, he is the Mac Daddy, But I think maybe just people don't feel that he's the richest person in the world because he's so open with everybody. The chances of us ever, having a chat with Bill Gates or Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos are, pretty much, I'd say, slim to none, really. But they've got massive businesses. With huge volumes of staff and press officers and everybody in the world wanting a bit of their celebrity and wanting to talk to them and all that kind of stuff. Whereas Craig has invented the best form of money the world has ever seen. So it's a product that he's produced. It's not a company that he's running that keeps him busy. And he's just, again, also he's Asperger's. So he doesn't really understand celebrity. Aspergerism is real. He just doesn't understand. He's just like, look, I'm just me, and this is what I've created. And he likes, going out and having fun and doing all the shooting the shit, basically. Asperger's people can't get starstruck. But I mean, he says he finds, social situations a bit awkward because the best conversation that he can have is where literally you ask him a question and he'll give you an answer, and he knows everything. Like, literally, he knows everything. I think Bridgie, his PA, had booked us in for an hour for lunch. We were talking for an hour and a half. I could have spoken all day, like just carried on chat. It was amazing. But that's because I had an extremely inquisitive mind, and I was just like, oh my god, literally, because he knew all the answers to all the questions that I had. Some of the answers that I got were just like, that was a really stupid question. Like, how on earth could I not have actually realised that already? Yeah, when he gives you the answer, it's just like so obvious. Like, as Marky Mark said, I can't remember the question he posed to him, but it was something along the lines of, why do you do what you do, something like that. And Craig's response was, well, I see a problem, I solve it. That's it. So he saw this problem with money, which just blows my mind. Yeah, because that's kind of like opened my mind to seeing the problems and then the causes and effect of those problems, which are huge. Absolutely massive. Actually, that reminded me of something else that had just slips my mind there. Oh, that was it. Looking at this graph here, when Shelley Mack had said, could it be, military, whatever. I doubt it's military. It's more likely testing for a corporate. But this is the other thing. With Bitcoin, it is corporations first. I've realized that my show is superfluous. It's for a very small, select number of people who are going to be exceedingly wealthy. Probably like the wealthiest group of individuals on the planet. But, what is it we actually do? We are not large corporations. We are just simply going to end up extremely wealthy. And hopefully we can do something with that wealth. Make a difference somehow. But it's corporations first. And this volume of transactions that we're seeing here is going to be something that corporations are going to use. Now, I don't have experience in the corporate world, but I've got friends who work in it. So they tell me about it. And so I have, a very, very vague idea of the volumes that are involved in corporates, international trade and global commerce. It's massive, but for the ordinary everyday person, people like us, I wouldn't even know what these transactions could be used for. I know they can be used for loads of things, but I don't know what any of those things are. I mean, millions and millions of things, but Craig will know. Like, he has a photographic memory like Elon Musk, and he absorbs information at 3 times the speed of normal people, which is why he was able to understand what central banks were doing, understand the issues with money, come up with this concept of a commodity money, that uses basically uses light, which is the most efficient and fastest energy on the planet. I mean, it's just amazing what he's done, but he will know what is required in big business. So like I said, we've got Uniswap, with a market of 208 billion. Is it 208 billion? Let's have a look at those figures again, just to remind myself to sort of get them right. I can't remember if it was 200 or whether it was 20. Here we go. KP Dad sending these figures through. This is the one. So $206 billion market. EHR data, $46 billion by 2025. But Geospot, almost $1 trillion. And these are just 3 that we know about. The volumes that are coming on chain are just absolutely staggering. Absolutely staggering. More chat here. Anyone else? Yeah. Did I record the meeting? No. I mean, it was. I'm writing a book on it, but I'm not going to divulge what was in the meeting, because the meeting was really just, at the time, I mean, I can't remember when this was. I suspected that he was Satoshi Nakamoto highly, because obviously I'd done a lot of research. But it was basically a case of me kind of getting to know him, getting a measure of him effectively. Could I trust him in his responses and whatnot? Because of the effort that I knew. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I was going to do something. And now I've ended up doing this. Like my news reports and a show every day. I mean, again, I'm a financial services student, and yet I've become, I had no idea about how to use OBS or anything like that. But I'm just using my initiative to do whatever I can, and it's consumed my life. And basically, kind of what I feel as though my role is and has been is to distract all these shitcoiners that were initially taking Craig's attention. You know, so because obviously they want to focus on something, and with him not being there, I mean, they're always going to try and attack him, and it's just like, all right, well, I'll take some of that burden. Come and attack me, you arseholes. I'll take you on. Let's have it. Come on. Nobody wants to challenge me though, you know, because they know that I would literally blow them out. I literally know all the fundamentals. I've got them absolutely nailed. There is no way any of these shitcoiners would ever beat me in a debate. You know, and consequently, they won't debate me. You know, I mean, obviously, they've tried to take my channel down. Obviously, this is my 3rd YouTube channel. I think I'm on, my 2nd Twitter profile. Yeah, I mean, they've taken like captains, bit, you know, I mean, yeah, all sorts. Yeah, we're dealing with it, but I don't mind. I'm just like, look, if they need to focus their attention somewhere, they can focus it on me. I'm up for it. You know, bring it on is all I can say. So look at that, 55 minutes, peeps, and we didn't even do my favourite bit of going through the introduction and all the old Michael Saylor stuff and looking at YouTube videos, which I do find highly amusing. So we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed the show, and as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, joy given. Same time tomorrow. Catch you guys later. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi to take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways.